Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Sparks and we're doing a snapshot review today for 13w36a, the first 1.7 snapshot that Mojang ever released. Very exciting. First of all, a plethora of flowers have been added. They can be turned into dies, as you can see in this chest here. Quite a wide range. Some of them give 2 dies, some give 1. The red flower has been removed. You can only get poppies now. Yellow flower dandelions are still there, but red flowers are gone. They're now called poppies, and they give you the same 2 rose dye, so it's not too much of an issue, I guess. The flowers appear to be biome specific when they spawn. You can also get doubly tall ferns and double tall grass, which is quite cool. There's some of those ferns over there. Bone mealing the ground currently seems to give you red flowers, yellow flowers, but nothing else. You can also bone meal a regular piece of grass to make it a 2 high piece, and the same thing applies for ferns. You can do that to make them twice the size, which is pretty cool. They're not releasing notes with this snapshot, so you basically have to figure all this out yourself. I've been having a lot of fun playing around with it. They've added a few new blocks, of course. There is the packed ice block, which is very cool. It doesn't melt, unlike regular ice, but you can slide around on it as normal. So it can be used for transporting items quickly and moving yourself quickly where you don't have to worry about the lighting. Unlike ordinary ice, it is not transparent. We also have Podzol, which is a new block. I think this is biome specific, and I will be trying to find one of those biomes in this video today. Very good. I will go ahead and show you some of the other features now. By the way, I forgot to mention, packed ice still needs to be silk touched to be picked up, and Podzol will turn into dirt if you pick it up without a silk touch tool. I should also mention that as of yet, as far as I can tell, packed ice does not have a crafting recipe. Packing ice like this doesn't seem to work. Most biomes, such as this extreme hill right here, will now have snow at certain heights, which is kind of interesting, I think. The snow generates naturally, and you can see that you get snow above a certain height, and then it switches to rain. If you go below a certain height, it appears as... yeah, it's kind of an interesting change. Like that. There seems to be an issue with the rain sound as well. Like, I can't hear it right here. You have to go down to the right level to hear it. So I think the rain sound is a little bit miscalculated at the moment, but that's fine. A new potion has been added to the game. It's been sort of in the code for quite a while, but if you use a pufferfish on an awkward potion, you can get a potion of water breathing, which I think is just excellent. I had to work out what fish it was. There are a few new fish, salmon and clownfish, as well as pufferfish. The water breathing potions are 3 minutes by standard and can be extended using redstone to go to 8 minutes. The fishing mechanics received a huge overhaul, which is awesome. There are now particle effects over the water when you fish, sort of indicating fish being interested. And after a certain amount of time, you'll see sort of ripples as a fish heads towards the bob, which is very good, really, I think, because it makes it a lot clearer when a fish is about to bite. We will wait for that in a second. There you can see him coming there, and caught. As you can see, as well as new fish being added, it's possible to catch some items randomly as a sort of a junk item. Kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing, really. I quite like this. It means that sort of you can get some other rewards as well as fish. It makes fishing a more rewarding experience, and I hear that it's possible to get some items which would otherwise have been non-renewable. There's also a chance of getting fishing rods, I believe, with unbreaking enchantments on them, or enchantments which increase the rate of getting good items and fish from fishing. Here comes another one. Hey! Oh, I quite enjoy this. This is much better than the old fishing system. I don't know whether rain still affects the chance of getting a fish, or whether rain affects the chance of getting a good drop. Sugarcane has received a new texture. I think it looks very nice. It's a little bit darker green now, and it tends to blend with the landscape a little more. Under the options menu, under music and sounds, you can now change individual sets of sounds for different things, which I think is going to be very useful, especially I think the weather one for turning the sound of rain off, because I know that bothers a lot of people. Under this menu, there's also a new super secret settings button, which I can't work out how to access. Minecraft now also has a new falling animation. You get sort of a particle effect spinning around you. The higher you fall, the more prominent that effect is. Here we can see some newly spawned biomes with the new flowers. They are very widespread in certain areas and tend to spawn in patches, which is very nice. You can see that here we have a taiga next to a plains. There's a new spawning rule for biomes, which puts biomes that are similar to each other next to each other. They're divided into 4 groups. There's snow-covered, cold, medium, and dry/warm, which means that you can no longer get like taiga next to jungle, which I always thought made very little sense. Under the world selection system, there's a new world type called Amplified, saying just for fun and requires a beefy computer. Let's see what it looks like. That is pretty crazy. It looks like any kind of hilled biome is raised up very, very much. And this is taxing my computer. Look at that tree. Here we are in one of the new biomes. This biome is called Mega Taiga, according to the F3 screen. It has the new Podzol soil block, naturally spawning mossy cobblestone, which makes it a renewable resource, basically, which is excellent. And I believe I've heard that these dirt blocks, if you silk touch them, cannot spread, have grass spread onto them, but I have not tested that myself. It's a very cool looking biome. You also have very tall taiga trees that are 2x2, which is, I think it looks very cool. If we use MCEdit to clear this space away, this is part of one of these new extreme taiga biomes, you can see that the mossy cobblestone generated clumps only appear at surface level rather than receding down further into the ground like an ore would. So it's clear that you can only get those by mining them from the surface. There's no point in shaft mining for them. Here we are in another biome type. This one is a savanna biome. I had no idea that these had been added. I found it by accident, and I think it looks pretty cool. It also looks like horses are able to spawn in this biome, which I'm quite pleased about. I think there should be more than just plains that horses can spawn in, but I think it looks pretty cool. The trees are great. The leaves are made of oak. They're oak leaves, and they have jungle logs for their base. Huh. It looks like villagers are able to spawn in the savanna biomes as well, which is pretty good. Well, here we are, everybody, in one of the new biomes. This is the roofed forest biome, and I have to say I am loving it. You get mushrooms spawning here, which is excellent. The trees are 2x2 oak trees. Well, to an extent. I'm wondering whether those can be grown from saplings. But oh my goodness, I think it looks incredible. I've always wanted a biome like this. I think this may be my favourite so far. Clearly some generation things still being worked out, but I think this looks really cool. I've always liked this idea of forests sort of being darker and more densely packed, so good job on this one. I have been unable to find the Mesa biome, and I'm kind of I've been working on this episode for quite a while, so I'm going to say I'll leave a link in the description for this video if you want to find out more about some of the other biomes. I think I've only missed the Mesa and maybe 1 or 2 sort of technical biomes. I think there's new types of taiga forest and things like that. General overview, I feel like the biomes are looking incredibly nice. I really like them. Terrain generation seems to take more power now. As you can see, my computer is failing to record and display these biomes at the same time. So I think there's some performance issues to fix, but generally very pleased with that. Very pleased with it. If you have any thoughts... Oh, here's one of the other technical biomes. This is called a Sunflower Plains, I believe. Yeah, Sunflower Plains, which is also pretty cool. I do like the sunflowers. So yeah, if you have any further information you want to add, anything I've missed in this episode, please do. There's a lot of new features, and Mojang haven't actually explained what they've added. So it's a case of finding things out, really. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in another episode, I'm sure. Bye bye.